Hey guys, Ivan here at ivanmana.com. In this video, I want to show you how to promote ClickBank products using MarketPal, which is another one of these apps that lets you manage your entire business by building out websites, sticky bars, pop-ups, emails, all that fun stuff. Do I think this is an alternative to Unbounce? No, I still think Unbounce is better in my opinion. However, a few of you guys have been asking me to make a video on this, and if you don't want to pay the monthly costs for a landing page builder, MarketPal could be an option for you. So stick with me. We're going to do everything here from start to finish. We're going to select our product, promote it, build out a landing page, and just see how you like it. And so in this video, we're going to do just that. We're going to select a ClickBank product. We are going to create a landing and thank you page in MarketPal. We will set up a custom domain, and then we're going to set up an autoresponder sequence using GetResponse, just because I think it's more reliable and easier to set up that way. Before we get into it, guys, make sure to hit like and subscribe if you enjoy these types of tutorials, and also make sure to hit the notification bell icon so you get notified when I release new videos just like this. Also, let me know in the comments if you tried MarketPal yet or not. I haven't really heard about this product yet before reading my subscriber comments. So, I'm just curious how many of you guys actually tried this out. But that being said, let's get straight into it and let's select our ClickBank product, because that's what we have to do first before we promote. So here I am in our ClickBank account. Let's go ahead and click on Marketplace. And let's click on this little magnifying glass here. So we've actually promoted a lot of these products already. I'm pretty sure we promoted Proven, Research, Steel by Pro we promoted in the previous video. So check those videos out. I'll put the links in the description. Diabetes Freedom we've promoted. Numerologist, I like to stick with products that pay out like higher payouts than just $17. It gives me more room to kind of test my ads and see how it's working. So let's go down, find something, anything over $100 is my preference. So we're gonna scroll down. So this one looks okay. If we click here, we can maybe promote this. This looks okay. Now I believe this page will differ for you depending on when you click it, like they change this page around. So what I always tell you guys to do is click on these affiliate resources. That's the first thing you should always do. And just read through their terms, right? See what they allow you to do or not. So let's see if they have anything here. I'm not seeing any kind of terms and conditions, but we do see it here. So let's click here and let's just double check, make sure. I did take a moment to read through this. What you want to do is this is your responsibility. However you want to promote it, you want to make sure you're allowed to do that. So if you want a direct link on Google Ads, you want to read through this and see if it's allowed, because you don't want to be banned. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click Control F and I'll type in Google and I'll see if they say anything about Google. Maybe PPC for pay per click. So it doesn't look like they have anything, and I did kind of scan through this already before just to make sure we're not going into the wrong territory here when we're promoting. So this looks like an okay product. So let's go in and let's open the affiliate resources again, just so we can learn a little bit more about the product. So we can use these affiliate links. We can take a look and see what they have. We can scroll down. Yeah, so they don't really have anything much here. We can use these email swipes though for our autoresponder sequence. What I do suggest though is that we make our own. These are pretty generic, super broad. So even if you do use them, you really have to kind of really change it up, make it unique, make it customized to you, because if you just use these ones, they're not gonna convert. So let's go over here. So I believe this page here, it was this one, alternate, or maybe this one. So let's just take a look. What I'm looking for is more of a better looking landing page, because usually some of them, they just have a huge video. Ideally, I'd like to know what the product is and just have a nice looking headline. So let's copy that. We're gonna come back here, let's paste it, click enter. And yeah, so that is that page. So what I'd like to do is let's promote this link right here, okay? So we have to enter our affiliate ID right there. And this is what we'll be using, okay? So this is our product. Keep this in mind. We're going to build out our landing page and thank you page, and we're going to redirect people to this link right here, okay? So now that we've done that, let's head over into MarketPal. And this is where we're going to build the page out. So this is the first page you'll see when you log in. And by the way, I do have my affiliate link down below that you can try this out. They do offer a 30-day, I believe, 30-day free trial where you can see how you like it. And once you do that, just fill in kind of these details as you see fit, like complete your business address and time zone. I didn't do that. I don't think you have to. But if you really want to take it serious, then kind of actually have your whole business here, maybe that's something you want to do. When you sign up for this, keep in mind they have like 10 upsells, no joke. When I was signing up for this so I could test this out and see how it is, what it looks like, they gave me like 6 or 7 upsells. So I would click no, go to next step, they would give me another one. I would say no, you know, I would scroll all the way down, say no, they would give me another one. So it's kind of funny. Just keep that in mind. They'll give you like 6 or 7, if not more, upsells. Just something funny. But what I'm gonna do here is go to landing page, and we want to create our page, right? So if you sign up for the basic plan, you can't create funnels yet. A funnel, from my understanding, is going to be the same as pages, but instead of having to create a separate page, like a landing page, and then you have to go back and then create a separate thank you page, with a funnel, it'll makes it kind of in a smoother flow. So you will probably want to upgrade if you want to create upsells, downsells, you know, order form confirmation pages, things like that. For the purpose of our video, we are just creating a thank you page and a landing page. So you really don't need a funnel. So you don't have to upgrade if you're just doing what we're doing here. So we're just gonna head over into pages, and we're gonna build out a new landing page and then a thank you page. So let's click on new page here. And let's name this. So let's say, what's the name of this product? It's called, I'm just looking up above there. It says BioTox Gold. And let's click on create. And so what is this? This looks like a product to burn belly fat. So yep, let's go back up. So we can select a template here. Obviously we can change it up. So maybe we can select this template. Now they do have some paid ones as well. So as we go through this, it'll say like unavailable or something. Like if we go to page 17. Yeah, so here, this says premium, so you will have to upgrade, but that's okay, we don't need that. So let's go to, yeah, let's just use this one. You can view the page and see what it looks like, see how you like it first before you actually use it. You know, this looks okay, but let's just select it. One thing I do like about MarketPal is that they're closer to Unbounce than, say, GrooveFunnels. So with GrooveFunnels, you have these certain bricks, like in ClickFunnels, where you have to drag and drop stuff. MarketPal is more like Unbounce in terms of you have freedom. So you can, like if I select this, I can drag it anywhere, and I love that. Okay, that is really important for me. This flexibility, really important for me. So let's build out a page, and you can see for yourself if you like it. So what I like to do is at the top, let's add a little white section there, and let's add like our logo. And as you know, I don't like to build out my logos in these demonstration videos, so we'll just use text. We'll create a name for our product, and we'll just create text. So what we're gonna do is select section here, and we'll drag it up. Now, I'll be honest, I like this better than GrooveFunnels. If you saw my previous video where we set up promoted ClickBank product with GrooveFunnels, I'll put it in the description. I enjoy this better. This is much more simplified, much easier to use, much more customization. So like over here, they don't have like 500 elements of the same thing, like headline 1, headline 2, headline 3, headline 4, headline, right? They just have text, and then you just change the text. So I just find this so much more easier and intuitive. But we're gonna go in here and then drag the headline right here. And again, as you can see, I can drag it anywhere. I absolutely love that. Love the freedom. So we're gonna select this, and it's in all white. Now this is, by the way, still in beta, based on what they say. It looks pretty good, I'll be honest. I haven't found many bugs here, but it is still in beta. So there are a few things that I saw I had trouble with, but we might come across them. So over here, let's create our name. So, I mean, burn away stubborn belly fat. So maybe the belly fat, I don't wanna say killer. The belly fat remover just sounds a bit violent. So let's do that, and then we can go into font. You know, we can change the font, we can change the size here, maybe make it a little bit bigger like that, maybe like that. You can change the font here by selecting that, and then, yeah, I mean, maybe we can use that, sans, yeah, maybe like that. And then, of course, let's change that and make it black, and we'll click done, and now that looks better. Okay, so we're gonna select it again, we're just gonna drag it. We can remove the size here a little bit, and that should be good to go. And you don't have to meddle with the margins, padding, you know, like everything is just here. So much easier, in my opinion, much better to use. Now it's not letting us go any further because of this. This is kind of, you know, this is kind of big, which sucks. We can't add it, but I guess whatever. Yeah, I don't think there's many options here, so we can align. Here, I think if we do paragraph, let's do that. Yeah, no, that doesn't let us do anything. So that's fine. I was looking for one other thing, but I guess we'll come to it when we have more space. Basically, what you would want to do is if you go here, yeah, spacing. There it is. There you go. That's actually what I was looking for. That's perfect. Okay. Yeah, so that's the spacing between sentences. So if you have many lines, it's going to be spacing between the lines. So that's good. That's what we want. So now that we've done that, we should be able to reduce that by a little bit. And looks like we're good. Okay. Now maybe we can bold it. So I'm going to select that. I'll click bold, and boom. Okay, there you go. There's our logo. Okay. And should be good. So let's drag it there. So now what I want to do is let's delete this image. Let's we can use this as the headline, but let's delete this. And we can probably keep this. We can probably keep that as well. Maybe we want to increase the size a little bit. Make it like that. Maybe make it white. Well, actually, we might change the background color. So let's hold on to that. Let's make that image a little bit bigger. Okay, so let's just put it like that for now. That image doesn't look like it's very high quality. So let's start off with the headline, and then we'll go in and we will end up changing the background to probably look white, because this whole thing is white, right? So we want to make it similar. So we'll probably end up having, this has a little green box in the background. We could do something like that, or we could just make it like that, standard. Yeah, so we can play around with it. So let's select all this and let's type something in. So what is this? This is woman discovers 30-second morning ritual. So what we want to say, free video reveals, right? Because we're going to send them to this page with this free video. So we're going to say maybe free video reveals a 30-second, is it trick or what? 30-second ritual that burns away belly fat. Okay, that burns away belly fat, detoxifies the body, and skyrockets energy levels. Okay, so let's do that. So we definitely want to increase that size there. It's not letting us go above, but that's okay. Let's drag that, and we probably want to center this. So we're gonna go here, alignment, and center it. And maybe this looks a bit too big, huh? Let's make it a little bit smaller. A bit, maybe like that is okay. Okay, so here, there's I think too much line space in between. Oops. Okay, so you can't go Control Z to go back, so we're gonna just have to click back right there. And let's select this whole thing again. Let's go into font and let's reduce the spacing here. No, that's not letting us reduce the spacing now. Oh, there you go. Okay, so it doesn't go any more than this, I guess. It doesn't go any more than that. That's fine. All right, well, let's see if we can maybe change the font. That looks a bit weird. No, okay, wait, well, what font is this? Let's take a look. So we're gonna inspect. Let's see what font this is. This is Montserrat, okay. That's a pretty common font. Let's see if they have it here. Montserrat, they have it, perfect. Okay, so that looks good, so now it matches. I don't want to make this a white background. I mean, we can just add like an image or something instead. I don't think it's gonna look that good. I think it's gonna be pretty plain. Oops, again. So let's select that. It's unfortunate we can't reduce the spacing here because it is pretty. Oh, now we can. What? Now we can reduce the spacing. Okay, that's fine. Let's bold this. We're gonna go in here. We can click bold. Free video reveals maybe 30-second ritual. We want to underline that. And that looks okay. Yeah, I don't like this background. Okay, here's what we'll do. Maybe let's make this white. So I'm gonna select that. Let me first click here. Let's first make this black. Let's first make that black. We'll click done. And we're gonna change this background color to like grayish maybe. So we'll click edit. We'll click background color. And let's make it like maybe grayish. And then we'll click done, and then let's make this white. So background color. Yeah, okay, so we'll make that white. So this has an image, so we have to go here and we have to deselect the image. So no background image, and then we'll click done. Okay, so it looks something like that. You know, I'm trying to make it similar to this. Yeah, because this is all white, and then this is in gray. Actually, this is grayish, right? This color is gray. So I'm using this ColorZilla picker, by the way. And I'm gonna select here, and it is a bit grayish. So let's see if we can edit this. We're gonna go to background color. We're gonna select that, and then we're gonna click here, and then we'll paste. And then this is the color, and it looks to be the same. Yeah, no, it did change, I think. Yeah, so it is, as you can see, it is a little bit grayish. Okay, so that looks a little better. And then this one, maybe let's go in here, and let's change that to white. Yeah, maybe you don't have to include this part here. I've been doing it in all the past videos, so that's why I'm kind of using it here, but you don't have to. This looks good to me, so let's go in here and maybe expand that. And you know, we're just saying, now if you're promoting this, guys, on Google and Facebook, the more information you have for this niche, so health and wealth specifically, maybe dating, the more information you have, the better for them, okay? So like if you can add all this, that is perfect, okay? The more the better. They don't like standalone landing pages would just say, hey, enter your name and email and we'll give you this. They don't like that. So just keep that in mind. So we're gonna go here, and actually let's add more text here. Let's say enter your name and email and we'll send you the free video. So we're gonna add this headline here, and we'll just say, and select it again, we'll say enter. I know you can't see it, we'll change it in a second. Enter your name and email below, and we'll send you the free video. All right, and then we wanna, let's select it, let's make it black so we can first see it. Maybe let's not make it black, let's make it grayish, maybe dark grayish. All right, we can click done, and that doesn't look dark grayish to me, but we'll see. Let's change, definitely wanna change the size here. Maybe we wanna make it italicized, and we probably wanna make it monster wrap. I don't know, that looks fine without, and this actually, let's increase the spacing a little bit there, it looks a bit awkward. Like that, okay, that looks good to me now. And over here, now you cannot use like the arrow keys. What I like to use, you can't use it here. So let's drag that here. So you just have to use your mouse with this, okay? So that's the only way. Okay, so that looks okay, all right. So now let's move this back. This lock is kind of weird. I mean, we honestly, we don't even have to put that there because it's like, it implies that like, oh, like should we doubt your, you know, what you're doing? So maybe I'll just delete that. And over here, maybe we want to increase the size a little bit. So we're going to click edit and then we can increase. Now, what I don't like about this is that you have to eye it. So there's no numbers. Like you can't say, hey, I want this to be, you know, 620 by 56 for all of them. You have to eye it and you have to say, okay, let's make it 621. I can't make it 620. And then you have to go in here and you have to eye it. Right, eye it like you have to use this mouse, and there's 621. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. So we're gonna edit and 621. Okay, so I was successfully able to eye it, but sometimes you guys might get pretty frustrated. And over here, you have to eye too. As you can see, they don't have a line to indicate that it's centered, so you have to just kind of play around with it and move it there. Now we can duplicate this, we can add a layer, we can make it move forward or backward, right? And then you can delete it. So that's what these mean. And that looks okay to me. Not ideal. I'm debating, guys, adding like a background picture, you know, maybe with some fruits or something, but screw it. We'll just leave it at that. It looks okay. So we can do that. Now let's say, you know, instead of download now, we have to deselect it. We have to click here again. We have to click edit, and then we have to move it here. Sorry, no, we have to click edit here, and don't move the mouse anywhere. So once you click edit, don't try to move your mouse like over here, because then it gets bugged, as you can see, and then you can't do anything. So what you want to do is you want to click here, click edit again, and then you want to use the arrows. So you want to use the arrows, go, you know, click to the right, to the right, to the right, go back, and then type in, yes, send me my free video, yay. Okay, so something like that. You can use icons here. I found this to be a little bit buggy as well. So if I use like an arrow and we say, where's the right one? Like over here. As you can see, sometimes it doesn't show up. So if I use a different kind of, yeah, see, and like here, it's a bit bugged out. So that's one of the things, I guess, that they have where it's buggy, and here it doesn't add as well. So just keep that in mind. If you add an icon at the beginning of this, you have to pretty much delete this whole thing. So you don't have to delete the button, but you have to erase everything and then add it again. So we're just gonna leave this as is. We're not gonna meddle with it. And that looks okay. So over here, let's change these up a little bit. So instead of saying your name, for example, we're gonna edit this one. And for the field label, we can say, let's say name. And then over here, we can say enter your name here, ... We will be integrating this shortly, okay? So that was our final step, is kind of the integration and adding the autoresponder. So don't worry about this for now. We're just making this look as tidy as possible. So we'll say email, enter your email here. Now the sucky thing is, even if you do integrate it, there's no way to really verify the name. So people can skip the name field. So unlike GrooveFunnels or ClickFunnels or Unbounce, where you can select, you can say, hey, this name field is required. So double check that something is in there. As far as I know, they don't have it here. So, you know, you just have to kind of hope that somebody enters their name. So that looks about right to me. What do you guys think? Right? Let me know in the comments if how my landing page skills are here. So we can say key features, okay, and we could, you know, let's just keep on going with this. And then for this download now, what we want to do is send people up to the top. And maybe we want to move this. Maybe we don't want to have it here. So I'm going to move this. I'm going to drag it over there because there's not enough space for people yet. So we want this button to be at the very bottom. So when someone scrolls all the way to the bottom, is when we want them to kind of scroll up to the top. Because over here, if it's over here, it's pretty damn close to this button, so people aren't gonna, they're probably not gonna forget that the button's there, which is the whole point of adding these buttons here. Okay, so we'll get there. Let's go from top to bottom. So key features, okay, so let's say, key benefits or something. Key benefits, and let's just fill in the blanks. Know the benefits of this video. Let's see how this video can help you. All right, and then let's take a look. So ideally, we want to know a little bit more about the product, right? So we want to go through here. We want to maybe read the testimonials. Maybe they have something. Here, we can read this stuff. So can I find this online, or can I find this anywhere else? Yeah, so we can say, see how this video can help you. So I don't like that. Let's just say detoxifies the body. Obviously, this is on you guys. Like, go in and take a look and see what some of the features are. Maybe, it's 100% all natural or things like that. Or like what does the video contain? So maybe you want to go through the video and see what the video contains. So we're just gonna say here, we're gonna say, has. I'm just making stuff up here. Has all natural ingredients. I don't know what the ingredients are. Has all natural ingredients to help you detoxify the body. Okay, let's just say something like that. I don't want to go through all this because I don't know. So I'm just gonna delete these ones here because I don't want to spend the time looking for them, looking for these additional features. So we'll just delete these, and let's just say there's only 2. So detoxifies the body and helps lose. What's the promise here? Okay, so only a 30-second ritual, and I don't know why. That was weird. That's a weird quotation mark. It goes the other way, but that's okay. We'll just leave it at that. So we'll just say only a 30-second, and we'll just say, can you take 30 seconds out of your day to remove your belly fat? Okay, and we'll just leave it at that. And as you can see, this one still has that image, so you can click on, if you click on edit, you can remove. I'm just trying to see here. Yeah, this one doesn't really do anything. Let's see. Yeah, this is like the border, so you can add a border around it. So over here you can add pixels, and now it's going to add a border. So if you want to do that, we can. We're going to leave it at 0 here. And then over here, background color, you can remove the image. You can say no image, and then you can just add the color, okay? So we're going to do that. That looks okay. Here, what readers, okay, so see what others have to say. And then we can say here, don't take it from us. Let's not use title case. Let's just say, don't take it from us. See what others have to say. All right, and then we can add our testimonials here. We can add images here as well, but the thing is here with MarketPal, you have to get your own images. So if I go to, where's the image here? Change image. You cannot, there is no integration like with GrooveFunnels or some other landing page builders, not all of them. They have an integration with like at least some free paid image search sites. MarketPal does not, so you have to upload your images here. All right, so we're not going to meddle with it here. I could go to some free image websites. Pixels or Pixabay are the ones I currently use, and we can change our image, upload it here. We'll just leave it for now because you should know how to do it. It's pretty simple. Click on change image, click on upload, and then you just select your image, okay? And so let's just scroll down and move on to the next step. So here, let's add some reviews. Let's say, this video really blew my mind with how easy it was to actually lose my belly fat. Okay, and we can leave it at that, sure, web developer, whatever. This one we can say, it only took 30 seconds. Wow. Why didn't anyone tell me about this before? Okay, and let's make this one up. Let's say this incredible shortcut saved me, I don't know, saved me hundreds of hours at the gym. Long live, what is our name? Long live the belly fat remover. All right. So we can leave it at that. Now for this download now, what we want to do is let's click here. Let's click on link. We don't want to take them to external URL. We want to link to section, and we want to link them to section 1, right? So when someone clicks that button, they'll be taken to the top where they can enter their name and email. Now, we don't want it to say download now. We want to say instead, what are we doing here? We're clicking edit. And again, now for this one where it's a standalone button, you can move your mouse anywhere and you can, delete it. Oops, okay. So, well, you can move your mouse. But when it's integrated with a form, like with an email submit form, you can't. You have to use the mouse buttons, as I said. So, send me the free video now. Okay, and then when someone clicks that, they'll be taken to the top. Okay, so that looks pretty good to me. Let's remove these icons because we don't have anything. We can leave that as is, but let's just change this and let's just say, let's click edit. Let's make that 2020, and let's say copyright 2020. What was the name? Let's say belly fat remover, and then we could say privacy policy. We can say let's do /terms of use /disclaimer. Okay. Let's drag it. That looks weird. Let's just drag it. And oops, okay, so sometimes you have to deselect it if you want to make change. Actually, let's just add it on a second line. It looks weird. And let's remove that. And then what we want to do is center it here. And then we want to, so again, I'm going to deselect it and then re-click all this. And let's center this. So we're going to go into alignment. We're going to go into center. And yeah, you can't really see anymore, but that looks okay, right? Let's just leave it at that. And so we will still integrate it with an email, so don't worry about that. And by the way, we have to set up tracking. I forgot. We have to do that too. So we're going to really quickly do that after we set everything up as well. So I'm going to click save and next, and we will still come back to this when we set up the custom domain. So don't worry about this for now. Let's click save and activate it. So we'll skip through everything for now. We'll go over those a bit later on. Let's create our thank you page really quickly, okay? Probably won't spend too much time on it. So we can't duplicate this page. If you go here and duplicate it, you need to have a higher up plan, which we don't. But if you do, you duplicate it, change a few words, and then say thank you instead of sign up, and that's pretty much it. Here, we'll just select new page. We will say Biotox Gold, thank you, and we'll click create. And they do have some templates, so we can just use a template. So over here, maybe Pianto, Vita. Yeah, so this one looks like a similar format. We can probably use this, so let's just click that. And we'll just remove some stuff. We'll just make a basic thank you, and we're gonna redirect people, right? So let's remove this. Let's, yeah, we can remove that. Let's change this background color. So I don't remember, did we? Yeah, so we still saved that. So let's click OK. And let's remove the actual background now. So we'll click background image. We're gonna select no image, and now this is as gray as on the landing page. And then, we can, let's move this. I don't think we can change this one to be a black thumbs up. So we'll just leave that, and instead we'll just change this. So we'll make that black, and this one, thanks for showing your interest. Yeah, so this one just says thanks for showing your interest, so we'll just leave it here. This one says, I don't know if you guys can see it, it says click the button below. Yeah, so we'll do all this stuff. We'll do all this on our own. We don't need very much else here, so we can select this, we can delete that, we don't need that, and yeah, we'll just make it really simple. Again, we want to delete this, and we want to say, let's just quickly do this bottom part, because just to get it out of the way, let's say 2020, this was belly fat remover. And let's align it center. Let's remove this extra space, and let's drag it now to the center. Yeah, and you can't see where the center is, unfortunately, but we can close enough. Okay, so our button was yellow on the other page. I think it should be green or orange, actually. So we should probably change it to green or orange, because we want to make it as consistent as possible. So I think green is good. Let's do green. So what I'm gonna do is I can use this color picker, drag it over here, and as you can see, not fat. There you go. So I was able to get that color. Again, the extension is called ColorZilla. Okay, so you guys can get that. You can use it. And let's actually, yeah, we should have done it before, but We'll click button color. We're gonna paste our green here, and we'll click next. And then this is in white, so we can make. So we're gonna select this. We'll click edit, and this one is font. We're gonna select the. Where's the font color here? Somewhere. Let's see. Background color. Here, text color. Oops. We'll click white. Okay. And then for the button, let's say we want to say. We don't want to say download now, right? We want to say show me the free video now. Okay, so we can do this, and we can send them to our affiliate link, and then we'll fill this up in a second. We'll just say, hey, thank you for signing up. Check your email, okay? So don't worry about that. I am going. Sorry, guys. I am jumping a little bit. Just doing kind of things as I bring my attention to them. So over here, one thing we should do is also let's head over to our affiliate links. If you recall, we wanted this one. So we're gonna take this. Was this the one that we used? Shoot, I don't even remember. Let's go ahead and let's go to, and let's just make sure. Yeah. So that is the one. We obviously want to change our affiliate ID here. So we're actually not going to use that link. So let's close out of that. Let's come back here, and we do want to take them to an external URL. We're going to paste it here. Now affiliate, this was Resolve Fam. Vendor and Powder, going to leave that as is. One thing we do have to do is we have to also add the click ID for tracking. So this is more so for ClickMagick tracking. I have videos on this, guys. This will allow us to track sales. So in ClickMagick, we can see whether we got sales or not. Again, I have videos on that. I'll put them in the description. Check that out. It's called ClickBank and ClickMagick tracking, okay? Because we will be using ClickMagick here, as we've done in all the other videos, to set up tracking. But what we have to do here is we have to say, and this is ClickBank, so we're going to say and TID equals, and because we're using campaigns, we're going to say CMC_VAD. If you saw me use TID equals ClickID for campaigns, my apologies, guys. If you're using a landing page and thank you page, you should use CMC_VAD, not ClickID. I get confused because I still use tracking links for Microsoft ads, and there you use ClickID, not CMC_VAD. So my apologies. As I was making the video, I just automatically did that. If you're using campaigns, use CMC_VAD, as I have here. If you're using tracking links, use ClickID. So that being said, that looks good. Just make sure that our link works, and that saved it automatically. Nope, that didn't. Let's click here. I accidentally clicked off. I'm sorry. Let's click Resolve Fam. I got too distracted. And we're gonna say again, TID equals CMC_VAD. And then I'm gonna click Save and Close this time. And now we can go into link. And let's just quickly make sure that this works. So we want to open a new tab, we want to paste and go, and just make sure that our link works fine. Okay, it looks good. We will still test this when we set up tracking, okay? So that looks good. Let's add here. So thank you for showing your, we could say thank you for showing your interest. And then we could say, we can say you should receive an email. And is that in brown? Yeah, it looks like it changed to brown. So we're going to change it all to be the same color. You should receive an email shortly with your free video. In the meantime, you can click the button below to access the video now, okay? And so now we have their email, but we're also giving them the option to go to the sales page. So let's click here. Let's change it all to black. Let's align it center, and let's maybe increase the size a little bit. Not too much. Maybe like that is okay. And we can move it. Now we can, so for example, if we want to change just that, we can make just that part a bit bigger and increase the space here between those two. And that looks okay, I guess. All right, it looks a bit sloppy. Click here, let's click edit again. Maybe enter, okay, that looks okay, all right. And of course, minus the fact that it's all over the button. Let's see if we can also increase the, yeah, that looks a little better. So we're just gonna drop it here. I mean, it's fine. All right, so let's do one more thing before we set up the custom domain. Let's change the button of the color on the landing page, okay? Because I forgot to do that. Oops. Yeah, so sometimes it's a bit hard to do that. And then let's add the tracking code real quick from ClickMagick. Okay, I'll show you how to do that. So let's quickly take this code. Let's edit. And we want to take the background color. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to save this color. I'm going to copy it. And we're going to go to our landing page anyway so that we can add our code, our ClickMagick code. And again, we're going to leave all this. We'll click save and activate. And what is that? Little red warning there at the top. All right, so let's access. So here's our landing page. Let's click on edit real quick. And what we're gonna do now is let's change the button colors real quick. But the main thing is we're going to do is add our ClickMagick tracking code so we can track how many people landed on our landing page, how many people signed up out of those people, and what the winning, if you're using Google, what the winning keywords were, the winning ad group, whatever it is you want to use. So let's select this button here first. Let's click edit. Let's just change, I believe it's button style. We're going to go into color. We're going to select button color. And we'll add that. And then we want to change the text color. We want to make it white. Okay, so that looks better already. Let's scroll down. Let's do the same thing here. We're going to click edit. We're going to select not font, button color. We're going to paste it here, but we want to change the text to white as well. Okay, perfect. So let's add the ClickMagick tracking code. Again, guys, I have videos on this. I didn't even log in. You can get your own ClickMagick trial if you go to go.ivanmana.com/ClickMagick. I give you a free 14-day trial. You can follow along with me. I'm going to quickly log in and I'll show you how to set up tracking with ClickMagick. So once you're in your ClickMagick account, head over to campaigns. And what we want to do here is we want to go into website code. So click on website code, and now we have to add this code. So again, this will allow us to track everything in ClickMagick. Okay, we're going to test this and I'll show you what it's going to look like once you do this. But what we're going to do is we have to copy this. So either do that and click copy or just click copy to clipboard. Let's head back over into .com editor. Now, if you click here on the settings and you click on third-party JavaScript, it will not work here. I tested it. It doesn't work. I contacted support. They said they're looking into it. Doesn't work. So what you do want to do is click on little plus sign, click on HTML and drag it over here. Then you want to edit this, delete everything inside there and paste this code right there. Click save. As you can see, it's going to be invisible. It is not seen. Okay, so just like in GetResponse, if you recall our GetResponse video where we integrated this with ClickMagick or ClickBank, where we promote a ClickBank product, it's the same thing. It is not visible. So you can drag it anywhere. The main thing is just make sure that you remember where it is. So you know, it's not seen, but now the code will fire. So just remember where it is if you want to edit the code. So like it's in the top left corner, okay? So we'll click save and next. And again, we're gonna leave this for now for a second. We'll come back to this when we actually set up our custom domain. Let's click save and next. And let's do the same. Let's add the code to our thank you page and then we'll quickly test everything, okay? We wanna make sure everything is working fine. No, actually, let's add our custom domain first and then we'll test it with the new custom domain. So let's click edit here and we want to do the same thing. Now ClickMagick campaigns though, we want to select conversion tracking code. We want to select action and we want to see as an action how many people sign up. That's going to be our action, right? So let's come back here. We're going to click here. We're going to add HTML or we're going to drag it here. We're going to click edit. We're going to delete all that and we're going to paste it here and we're going to save. And again, just remember where it is. Okay. So for me, my rule of thumb is it's going to be in the top left corner, just like with GetResponse, right? Same thing. So let's click save and next here again. And once again, we're going to click save and activate. Okay. So now what we have to do is we've set up tracking. Okay. Let's set up our custom domain. We're going to test the flow to make sure it's working perfectly. And then we're going to set up an autoresponder. I'll show you how to integrate it. It does work with GetResponse. I tested it. So if you follow my steps and you set up the autoresponder, you will start receiving emails. So let's click save and activate. Let's head over into our landing page and set up the custom domain there. So what you want to do is click on edit here. You could just on the left-hand side click on custom domains and whatever, but this is more intuitive, I think. So let's click save and next. And then the first thing you obviously have to do is buy your custom domain. Okay, so click on your on URL, and this is the custom domain that I set up called woodworkingmastery.com. You can set up whatever you want to. So I use Namecheap. Head over to go.ivanmana.com/Namecheap. You can buy a custom domain here. You know, I bought like 50 or 100 in my years of doing online marketing. And the one we'll be using is Woodworking Mastery. So what you want to do is click manage. So buy a domain, right? So again, hit on domain name search, buy whatever domain you want. They're really cheap domains. In my opinion, they have the cheapest domains, which is why I've always stuck with Namecheap. Then you will go back to your dashboard after you buy a domain. In your dashboard, select the domain. In this case, let's suppose we're using Woodworking Mastery. And what you want to do here is add a few things. So first, make sure it's on Namecheap Basic DNS. We'll go to Advanced DNS Settings here. And I already had this set up, but I'm going to delete everything, okay? So imagine you don't see anything here. So what you might see on your end is it's going to say parking.namecheap.com. That's the one thing you have there. You can delete that. You don't need it here. So let's head back over into MarketPal. Now, I already have this, so let me just quickly delete it. So another way you can access the custom domain page, for you, you should see an option here, which is going to say, like, click here to access custom domain options. You'll see an option there. That's the more intuitive option that I prefer. I forgot that I added this domain here. So I'm just going to go here on the left. I'm going to click on integration. And I'm going to head over into channels. I'll click on custom domain. And now I'm going to delete this. And I'll delete that custom domain, and let's just start from scratch.
2 hours later.
All right, so guys, we had to wait 30 minutes for this domain to be removed. Let this be a lesson to you. If you add a custom domain and then you remove it, you have to wait 30 minutes. So I actually had to wait 30 minutes to get this domain out so we could re-add it again, all right? So let's suppose this is the domain we bought, right? Woodworking Mastery. Again, you're going to head into advanced DNS. You might have a value here that's going to say like parking.namecheap.com or whatever domain registrar you're using. There's going to be some value there. What we want to do is copy this domain. Let's go back here and let's paste it. But you also want to add the subdomain. So that's like www or blog or go.woodworking-mastery.com. Whatever it is you want to add here, we're going to add the default, which is www.woodworkingmastery.com. We're going to click on request for CNAME. Now, sometimes it lags. So when you click this, it kind of lags out, doesn't do anything. If that's the case, if you don't see this, as it happened my first time, just click refresh the page and then you should see this option here when you click refresh. Now we have to do two things here. One is we have to add our DNS records to, we have to add these records to our DNS register here, and then we have to add them again for the second set that we'll get. So the first thing we're going to do is let's click copy here. We're going to add, we'll click add new record. And we're going to select, we have to select CNAME record. We're going to add it right here. We're going to go back. We're going to copy this one. And we're going to add it here. And this is just like a test. Out of all the different landing page builders we've been using, this is the only one that's asking us to do this. And this is just like a test to confirm and make sure that like we own the domain, basically. So once you do that, you can click refresh. It might not do anything. So you just have to refresh the actual page. And then it should work. So let's give it a second and see if it says success. Okay, so we've added it here. Let's give it maybe a few moments. Let's refresh again. And it should say success because we've added it there. Okay, so I'm just going to pause the video again for maybe a few moments, and I'll come back to it, and it should say success very shortly.
A few moments later.
Okay, so that actually took like 5 seconds. Shortly after I kind of stopped it, it activated. So now it says success. So now what you have to do is click on create distribution. And now it's going to give you another set of records. And then this is the important one. So this one's not really important. This is the important record that you have to add. So you could technically delete this one. I deleted it. It worked fine. Or you can just keep it there just in case. Okay, whatever you want to do. But the main thing we have to do is, so we're going to add this one. We're going to come back here. We're going to add another CNAME record. We're going to paste that www here. We're going to go back. We're going to copy this value here. We'll go back. And we're going to add it here in the target. And we'll click check. All right, and now our custom domain should be added to our account. Now, you can only have one custom domain. You'll have to create another business profile or business account if you want to set up another domain. You can only have one, and you cannot choose between the domains. So this domain will automatically now be added to your account. So now that we've added this, right, everything's good to go. If we go back to our page and we click edit here, this domain will automatically be added. You can't choose it like you can with GetResponse or Unbounce or any of those, ClickFunnels options you have. It just gets added and that's it, kind of. So whatever domain you want, make sure you add it. You can't really change it. If you delete it, you got to wait 30 minutes to add it again, okay? So you click on add URL and now it is here right now. Now this was here before, but it should show up for you now if you didn't, all right? So you can copy link and let's just test this. We'll Control V, we'll paste. And it's not ready just yet, so we need to give it a few moments for it to catch up, and it should be available. But this is our URL now, okay? So this is once the DNS records propagate. In this case, we should give it maybe 5 to 10 minutes. This page should work. So maybe let's refresh it again. And boom, it works within a few seconds. Not even 5 to 10 minutes, but obviously it's going to depend based on you. So we've added that. Let's just go through some of these other options real quick. So .com branding, this is going to be branding. It's going to show up at the bottom, like in ClickFunnels, where it says, hey, this page was made with ClickFunnels. In this case, it's going to say this page was made with MarketPal or whatever. You can't turn it off if you don't have like the premium plan. So we'll just keep it on. Status of page, you can make it public or password protected. So you can set a password, and in order for someone to view the page, they have to enter the specific password. So this is for like exclusive landing pages, if you will. And for publish, we can select when we want to publish this page. Obviously, we want to publish it now. So we'll just click save and activate. And that is it. Our page should now be good to go. Okay, so we've set up the custom domain, we've set up tracking, we've set up the landing page and thank you page. Let's quickly test this, make sure it's working with ClickMagick, make sure the flow is smooth. And then we're going to go in and set up the autoresponder, and that will be the final step. So we are going to view the page here, and we're going to select this. We're going to copy it. We can close out of that. Let's go back into ClickMagick. We're going to go here. We're going to click the wrench icon, click URL Builder, and we're going to add our URL here. And let's say we want to promote it on Google. Let's suppose we want to promote it on, let's say, search ads, Google search. And the name of this campaign is Biotox, and you can add these options here. So if you want to track keywords, you would add, for example, the keyword token, and this will help you track the keywords. If you want more details on this, guys, check out my other videos and my courses at ivanmana.com/old-courses, where I show you how to promote these products on Google ads or Facebook ads, Microsoft ads, whatever you want. Select your course, select your videos, and you will be able to learn how to promote this. In this video, we're just gonna set everything up. Then all you're gonna do is take this URL and promote it wherever you want to, okay? So let's copy this URL, let's open it in a new tab, and let's just make sure it's all working. So we've accessed the page, okay, and it's yellow here, so we should, when you edit this, you can change the hover color. This is gonna be the hover color, so it probably doesn't look too good, but we'll leave it for now. And let's just go back to our dashboard, make sure that we see one click. So we have to see one click now because we added the code. So we're gonna select our URL, which is Woodworking Mastery, and boom, we see one click. So now let's sign up. And one thing we forgot to do, we forgot to redirect people to our thank you page, right? Because that's what we want to do. So actually, let's do that real quick first. So we should edit this page. And we have to submit and take people to the next page. So, and by the way, if you want to change the hover color, you would click on edit again, you would click on button style, click on color, and click on here, hover color. So maybe we can make it, maybe like a darker green or something instead. Okay, so we can do that. And let's go ahead and let's actually change the URL. So here we want to send people to, we want to say to a DotcomPal page, which is like another MarketPal page that we created. We're going to select the thank you page and we'll click save and close. Okay, and now we should be good to go. Now, one more thing we also have to do is let's quickly select this. Let's click on edit. Let's click on integration. We don't have an integration yet. We will set it up, but we want to deselect phone. We want to select email. So name and email is what we want. Under autoresponder, we will set up the GetResponse integration. So once we do that, we can set it up. For the time being, we can select this and just, say, well, we don't have a list here. Yeah, so we'll just leave it at that. Account field, make sure it says that. And so now we just have to adjust this a little bit. So we're going to select it. And then we want to remove this email one here, right? So let's click edit. We want to remove that one. And we want to move this one down here instead. We'll click right there and make it even out. That looks good, but we also want to change this up. So we're going to edit this. We'll name this email and we'll say, enter your email here, ... okay? And that should be good to go now, just so we can test it. And let's click save and next. So as you can see, there's a lot of parts that are kind of intertwined together. So that's why sometimes we can't go in a linear fashion because they're just things that kind of come in from the side. But now that we've done that, let's click save and activate. And now we can go ahead and let's close that. Let's just start over again. Let's grab our link again. Let's go into URL Builder. And let's just quickly type this in again here. Google search Biotox. And let's grab this URL. And oops, don't worry about GetResponse yet. Let's paste it here. And now we should see this here. Now we have this email field. As I said, unfortunately, the name field, it can't verify it, so I can skip it. But you can't skip the email field, okay? So if we type in ivan@ivan.com, and by the way, again, let's just make sure. So here we have 2 visitors now, right? Because we clicked it twice. Let's click save. And we should be taken to the thank you page here in a second. Perfect. And we should see an action here to indicate that someone has signed up. And boom, you see an action, right? Because 1 out of the 2 visits that we clicked on actually went through. And then we click on show me the video. And we should be taken to this page. And boom, it looks just like this, right? It looks similar. So we love that. We need that consistency. And that's what we have here. Really consistent. Really awesome. I'm happy of the way this page turned out. So that is good, guys. The last thing we have to do is set up our autoresponder. So we're going to set up an autoresponder. We're going to integrate it. And that should be it with this whole ClickBank and MarketPal process. After this, all you have to do is take the URL right here that we created. Again, go to URL Builder. We're going to take this URL that you create, and you should be able to just promote it anywhere. So if we go to URL Manager, here it is saved, okay? Just take that URL, paste it on Google, Facebook, Bing, wherever you want to, and that is it. Everything will be in place. So let's head over to GetResponse. I've been using this for the past 4 years. If you guys use my affiliate link at go.ivanmanna.com/GetResponse, I give you guys a free 30-day trial. But again, I've been using this for 4 years now, and you know, I wouldn't suggest something that I don't use myself or that I don't strongly recommend. So once you are in GetResponse, regardless of whether you had an account before or you just signed up, head over to lists, and the first thing we're going to do is create a list. Now I suggest GetResponse just because it's easier to set up. You have much more control of the entire autoresponder process. There's just so much more you can do in GetResponse as opposed to using kind of the email integration in MarketPal itself. Okay, so you can sign up as little as $20 a month, or you can try it out for free for 30 days, but I really suggest using this instead of their default kind of system. So what we're going to do is let's click on create list. Let's enter a name here. So this is going to be BioTalks. We'll put _gold. If the name is taken by somebody else that uses GetResponse, you can't use it. So if we click create, good news, it wasn't taken. But if it said error, you know, try something else, that means somebody else in GetResponse was using that. So now that we've done that, let's head over into menu. Let's click on autoresponders. And we're gonna select our list here that we just created. So that was BioTalks Gold. And obviously we don't have anything yet. So we're gonna click on create autoresponder, and we're just gonna make something up. Like I said, you can use the templates that they use here in the affiliate resources, okay? So you can use that. I don't really like them. They're very broad, they're very generic, they're very salesy. Ideally, what you want to do is kind of provide value first to your clients. You want to provide value, introduce yourself a little bit, and then on the third or fourth email, if not more, that's when you want to sell, right? So yeah, these emails are a bit too salesy for me. But we're going to say, this is BioTalks Gold. Let's say 0. Now this is the name for our reference. Nobody's going to see this, so don't worry about that. We're going to say 0, and we're going to say BioTalks Gold, because that's the name of our campaign. We want to send the message immediately when someone signs up. And let's go in and create a new email. We're going to set up an autoresponder, at least the first one. I will show you the process. We're going to integrate it with MarketPal, and you should be good to go. So you do have to set up your email as well with GetResponse if you have it. All you're going to do is in the top right of your GetResponse profile, or here's the video, you're going to click on the settings, you're going to click on account settings, and then on the left-hand side, you're going to select email addresses. You're just going to add your email, and you're going to verify. That's what I did here, and now I have my email set up. Okay, that's all you're going to do. So let's enter a subject. So for the subject, we want to give people what we promised them, which is the free video. So we want to say, you know, here's your free video that you requested or something, or you don't have to say that, whatever. We can add a little emoji. We can also personalize it, like saying, hey, you know, here's your free video, first name, and then it's going to add the first name. The issue here with MarketPal is that, like I said, you can't guarantee that somebody's going to add the first name. If the first name is not included, then that first name is going to be replaced with the word friend. So it's going to say, here's your free video that you requested, friend, right? You can keep it at that. I would probably just avoid that for now, just in case people don't actually enter their first name. But we can add this little image here. You know, here's the free video that you requested, a little smiley face. Let's go in, let's copy this, let's paste it here. So this is the actual subject that people will see, and then this is the message name. That's for your reference, okay? So let's click next step. And now we have to, let's select a blank template, and we'll just fill in the blanks. We'll just write something in here. So we'll say start from scratch. Let's select blank template. And let's drag a little text box here from the right. I'm gonna drag it here. And we wanna make our text 16 Arial. That's what I use. So let's delete this part here from the top. This is 14, let's make this 16, and then we can start writing. So we can say, hey, you know, hey there, maybe, right? Because we might or might not have their name. Now we can say, you know, just in case they do enter their first name. That's why I like collecting first names. It just makes it a bit more personable. So we can say this, and if it doesn't work, if they don't have the first name, you know, it just says, hey friend, so that's okay. So let's say, hey first name, here is the free video that you requested. And we can say, you know, click here to watch the video. And then what we can do is we could go to our thank you page, download, or copy the code here. So if we go to edit, let's just copy that that link that we added. So over here, let's go here, here's the link. So we're gonna copy that, and we're gonna select this, and now we're gonna link this one with the same link. Now, if you want to set up email tracking, you have to set up cross-device tracking, okay? So check ClickMagick documentation for that, or let me know in the comments if you want a video on that. It's a more tedious process. You have to create a custom field, you have to add some coding, stuff like that. So we're not gonna worry about it for now, but this should be more than enough for us to get started. So we'll just select click to watch the video, and people will be redirected to our affiliate sales page, which is what we want, right? So click here to watch the video that you requested. You know, this video really helped me realize how much I was missing out skipping this, you know, simple 30-second routine. You could introduce yourself to be like, you know, I started ever since I was 15. Maybe you can read the story of whoever created this and recreate the story, or you know, provide some story is what you want to do. You want to provide some story and introduce yourself. So ever since I was 15, I had trouble with my belly fat and couldn't find a solution for the life of me. For the life of me. I finally came across this 30-second. Now, what exactly do they call it? They call it 30-second ritual. So we'll just say this 30-second ritual that really changed my world, okay? And you can say in the next few emails. Now, you probably want to make it sound a bit less salesy. This looks like a bit too, what do you call it? Cringy, I guess. So it's like, oh, like really changed your world. So make it sound a bit more natural, maybe. So like, you know, I finally came across this ritual that really made me feel more confident in myself and helped me lose some weight. You know, a bit more realistic. Don't want to sound too salesy, which is what those emails have, which is why I don't like using them. In the next few emails, I want to send you more information that can help you lose weight. Because hey, I've been there and want to help you as much as this video helped me. Okay, now whenever we can, you want to create kind of long, like one-line sentences. So this ritual, so for example over here, I came across this 30-second ritual, ... right? It just makes it easier to read if it's not one big chunk. So you want to kind of break it up when possible. Because hey, I've been there, want to help you as much as it helped me. So make sure that you whitelist this email, and it's going to be Ivan@ivanmana.com or whatever email you use to receive more emails from me. In the next email, you always want to tell them, well, not always, but it's a good practice to tell them what you're going to send them in the next email. That way they have something to look forward to. So in the next email, I want to send you the 3 foods that helped me lose weight without exercise, right? And then find those three foods or whatever you want to give them, just find it and deliver it. Do some research, add a PDF sheet, whatever. So here you're giving them value, you're giving them this free video. What else can you give them, right? The idea in emails is to build trust. That's the idea. You want to build trust, you want to make people trust you, and then you sell them. So on the 3rd or 4th email is when you actually sell and say, hey, here's the product, buy it, okay? I want to send that helped me lose weight without exercise. Then we can say, once again, in case you haven't watched the video, here it is, okay? And then again, we can copy this whole thing, we can paste it here, and then we can say, talk soon, and it changed into Times New Roman. That's okay, we'll change it. Talk soon, and then we can say, you know, Ivan Nana. And let's quickly change this from Times New Roman to Arial. I don't know why I changed. And it is 16, so it looks good. What I like to do is select my name there at the bottom, and I like to add a little background to it, like a yellowish background. Let's click OK. And that doesn't look yellow. Oops. Maybe that's better. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, so what we do want to do then is let's select this. I'm going to copy, Control C, and I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to paste that there, and we're going to leave it all as is. Everything looks good. Okay, so maybe some of the things you want to like bold or italicize, so maybe like this, just to add a little spice to it. Make sure that you whitelist this email. Whitelist this email, maybe you want to select that, maybe you want to underline it, you know, just add a little flavor. Try not to make it as boring And how much by skipping this simple 30-second routines? Maybe you want to bold that as well. And that should be it for our first email. Okay, we can click save. We can see what it looks like here in a second. So let's take a look. Okay, it looks good. Let's click save and publish. And now this is our first email. What you want to do is repeat the process. In the next email, do the same thing. Maybe introduce a little bit more, make them sympathize with you, make them relate to you, and give them what you promised. In this case, the 3 foods that whatever, right? And over here, let's click on preview. Let's just see what it's going to look like. So it's going to look like this. It's going to say, hey, friend, if they don't have the name. If someone clicks here, they will be redirected to this page, okay? And they can see the video, which you promised them. You're also asking to, you're asking for them to whitelist your email so that they get more emails from you. And here's the video again, and that is it, okay? So you can view this like this, or it's going to go from top to bottom, or you can view this like that if you prefer. And then what you can do is if you want to add more emails, you can click on add, a little plus sign here, or create autoresponder. You'll click here, or a little plus sign there, and you add the next autoresponder. So this is the next one you're going to add, where you're going to say, hey, here is the 3 things that I promised you, right? And then you keep going, and you can do whatever you want, and then you should see it all here. So if you go back to, we just lost it. Let's go back into autoresponders. You should see it, okay? And that is it. So you should hopefully get the idea. I do have other videos where I show you, how to create autoresponders. Check out my GetResponse playlist. I tell you how to do it, what the process is. But that is the idea. Okay, so we have our first autoresponder. Now all we have to do is actually integrate it with MarketPal, and you should be good to go. You should be well on your way. I tested this integration. It works fine. I got the email right away. So what we're going to do is let's head over to our landing page after we integrate this, and we're going to connect the 2, and then that should be it. So the first thing we want to do is click on the little dots here on the left-hand side. Again, we're going to click on integration. We're going to click on new integration. We're going to select GetResponse here. So find whatever autoresponder you're using. Again, in my case, I'm using GetResponse, so I'll click on integrate. And then all you have to do is add the API key. So let's click here again. We can add the title. So this is going to be our GetResponse integration. We're going to add the API key. So to get the API key, let's go here. You're going to head over into autoresponders, or the little dots there. Click on integrations and API, and click on API here. Now, I already have my API code that I have integrated with multiple places, so I don't want to change it up. But what you're going to do is click on API, and there's going to be the key right there in front of you. It's going to be right there. You're going to copy that code, and then you're just going to simply paste it here. So I'm going to take a second to do that, and I will see you once I add this API code. Okay, so I went ahead and added my API code. I simply copied that code that was right there when you clicked API. It's right in front of you. Click copy, paste it in here. Very simple. We're going to click Save API Credentials. It says Integration Added Successfully. Give it a second to load. And now it says here integrated. You can view the details, or you can edit the details if you have a new API key, or you can add a new integration if you're using like Aweber or something. And then let's go back to our pages real quick. And now let's just add it to our landing page. So let's click on Edit. And now we have to select this integration from the list. Now it should show up. So now if we select this option here, let's click Edit, and we're going to click on Integration. And let's click on Autoresponder. We're going to select GetResponse here. We're going to choose our list. In this case, it was, I'm surprised it's not at the top. What was the list that we created? Biotox Gold right there. Okay, so yeah, so it goes from top to bottom. At the bottom are the latest campaigns that you created. We'll do that. We do want the email. We want the name, right? We'll click Save. And we can deselect this, so we don't want anything here. So we're going to deselect that. Let's click Save, because we don't want that selected. We only want the GetResponse. We'll go into account fields, make sure, name and email are there. Autoresponder, make sure integrated. Good, perfect. We are good to go. Let's click Done here. And let's just double check. Let's click here again. Let's go into autoresponder. Make sure there's a little green thing there again. Okay, so just double checking. You click save and exit, and that is it. I tested this. This is the exact process I did. I got the email right away. It should work for you. But that is pretty much it. Let me know in the comments, guys, if there are any other kind of landing page builders or any other ClickBank products that you want me to make a video on. I'll be happy to kind of read the comments, and if there's enough demand to make something like that. If you enjoyed this video, check out my video where I show you how to promote ClickBank products with ClickBank and GetResponse. Two separate videos. They go into as much detail here. With GetResponse, you can create a landing page, so you can do everything all in one. So if you prefer to do that, check that video out. I guide you step by step, very detailed video. Also, once you create this, guys, you should be ready to promote it. So all you're going to do is take this link and promote it wherever, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, wherever you want to do that. Check out my courses if you want more detail on how to promote at ivanmana.com/all-courses. That being said, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.